Hello, everybody. Welcome to, what is this, Wednesday already? Oh my goodness. And the last day of November. So happy December to those of you on the other side of the world who are, it's Thursday morning. So welcome to a new month. I'm excited to see what Spirit has, of course, as always. It's always an adventure. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world and just bring in some beautiful energy. So if you'd like to join me, I would love that. I'm just going to take a deep breath and come back to this moment. Just let that unconditional love from above fall down into our hearts and then out to the world. And regardless if you're watching this on replay or live, this beautiful energy is outside of time and space. We meet outside of time and space to send love to the world. And if you are in need of unconditional love energy for your heart, your mind, your body, or any situation, we send love to you now. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for being here and for all your love and all your support and all the likes that you give in the video already. All of it helps so much to help spread love to the world. And just want to let everyone know I made the announcement for the final 1 hour giveaway today. Let me see if that is going to post in here. And yeah, so here's the giveaway playlist. It does list all 10 individuals, and there's actually another type of giveaway within those as well. So if you want to check those out, then you can see about entering for that drawing. You have through end of Saturday, my time, to enter the drawing, and then I'll have an announcement of that one. It also talks about there's the weekly energy update drawing that I do for a 30-minute free personal recorded reading each week until the end of the year. So you can find out how you can enter that as well. And then, of course, with tomorrow being December, or it's already December on the other side of the world, here are the December monthly readings for each zodiac sign. So if you want to check those out. All right, let me just get rid of that. I'm going to pop out the chat here so I can see things. And we'll get started on readings. So, something new that I've entered in now is that I do have super chat available on the chat, and those that make donations, your reading does get priority because I do honor that energy that you're exchanging with me. And so I still will go down in order for free readings, and then if there's a donation, I just jump out, do that reading for the one that had a donation, and then I jump back in order and keep going. So that's how it's going to work, at least for right now. So let's get started and see what Spirit has to say tonight. So, Rishi, you are up first. I am doing well. And you would like to know just how to manage anger when people blame unnecessarily. All right, let's take a look here, see what Spirit has to say. I am using the Light Seers Tarot this evening. All right. All right. Yeah. So I do see here we have both the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight out of them all. So very fast movement. Eight of Wands is a lot of energy coming in too. So I definitely understand here when there is this would represent anger for sure. So I get that. um, what they're saying is that where the anger comes from, anger is rooted in fear, and the Nine of Swords is all of those thoughts and those beliefs and mindsets that keep us up at night and have nightmares about. But it represents overall fears. And so the realization um, of blame is we are afraid that people are going to believe them, right? We somewhere inside of us feel either other people are going to believe them or we believe what they're saying somewhere in our subconscious or something like that. You have the slowest night here too, which it's like slow to anger is the phrase that's coming up in my head, and I see him, he's all barefoot, just taking his time. And so when anger starts to rise, as soon as we recognize that it's, that that tightness in our chest, where anger, it starts to boil, that's when we take deep breaths. And it's like watching a pot of water that's starting to boil over, you turn down the heat. And so you manage your anger by turning down the heat, taking deep breaths, and realizing more and more, transforming those fears, all those little swords, those small t truths, into awareness around ourselves. One of the biggest things about blame is everyone's a mirror. And so if we're getting angry over what someone is saying, it means our fear is getting activated. We can take deep breaths and look into that and even question, why do I blame unnecessarily? Right. So it's like they're blaming unnecessarily while I'm blaming them unnecessarily because there is no blame. There is no nothing to be blamed for because it's fears that we're activating, and fears aren't real. They're just, what is it? False something appearing real. I forget what FEAR stands for. Um, but it's like it's not real. And so there really is nothing to blame. These are made up rules that of opinion, and we don't have to blame. And that's why all blame is unnecessary because it's all perfect, right? Every moment is perfect for us. It's happening for us and unfolding. So there's no blame. It's actually um what's the opposite of blame? Reward, recognize. Someone goes, I can't believe you're so stupid. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that awareness to me because I can be stupid sometimes when I blame others for my feelings. you know, that's, things that I used to think. Byron Katie, she's wonderful. She's where I learned a lot of the mirroring from, which is if you go to thework.com, THEWRK.com, the very top, there's a how to do the work is where you can start. Anyone that's interested in it because it's amazing. Uh, she one of the if you watch her videos or read her books and stuff, her first husband used to yell at her, and she goes, the first time I started on this journey of reflection, and the first time my ex-husband yelled at me, my first thought was he shouldn't yell at me, and it's like, well, that's not true because he is. So instead, I started listening to him. I looked past the shouting to hear what he was saying. And he would be like, Byron Katie, what are you doing? And she was like, what a great question he was asking him. And she looked beyond the anger, beyond the yelling, beyond all the supposed tos and the shoulds that she was putting on him. She really saw how wise he was. So those are some things that could help Rishi, and that's what Spirit would like you to know right now. So many blessings to you. All right, self-love. Let's take a look here and see who is your life partner and when will you meet them. Let me see if they have any information on that they would like to tell. All right. So who is and when? So your life partner seems to be someone that is really maybe a fire sign with being the king of wands, king of fire. But someone's an entrepreneur, someone who's very motivated, able to really zero in and have their energy move forward in a very specific way, laser focus. They can really put their mind and their energy into something and get it done. And that's why I feel like they're a successful entrepreneur and they really stand in their power, with that. So that's the type of life partner it is there. Um, they kind of just don't want to do more than that. They just want to give you little tidbits out of a time because how boring it is. We want our life journey for this our last life partner that you're going to have in this lifetime. We want it to unfold like a beautiful story, not go blam, there they are, and then it's over and it's boring, right? I know we would like boring. When they're talking about here, it's going to be a while because here's a new beginning, but it takes you doing this self reflection. All the Eight of Swords is your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your expectations, and really looking at yourself in the mirror and understanding what of your own thoughts and beliefs keep you feeling blinded and bound and trapped. And when you do more of the inner work, that speeds up the process and brings on the new adventure. When old cycles end and new cycles begin, then that's when that you'll meet them. The faster, this is what they do a lot with divine timing. Rare occasion I get messages about time, but whenever we're in a holding pattern, waiting for a job or a romance or whatever, things slow down on purpose for us to raise our vibration to match, to bring the thing that we're wanting to bring in. If we're not ready yet, then they slow down. It's like they're showing me a conveyor belt. If we're not ready for the next thing to come in, they slow the conveyor belt. Otherwise, we'll get behind and things will just, you've seen movies where the conveyor belt keeps going and everything's going, crazy because they're not able to keep up with it. That's why it's slowed down. And the faster we get and the more skilled we get, then the faster the conveyor belt goes and the faster that will draw in the life partner. So they are all pointing you back to you and saying, who knows when it'll be? It all depends on how much inner work that you do in the meantime. So that's what they have for you, self love, for tonight. So many blessings to you. Right, Daisy, you are up and you want to know, will you get all A's on your final exams and final projects? Let's take a look here. All right, it's like a simple yes or no. Why do I get all these? Okay, it's because they said those are not. All right, there we go. So let's take a look here. Will you get A's? All right. Well, you've got the Six of Cups here, and the Six of Cups is a nostalgia card about the past. And I really feel like they're saying, haven't you always gotten A's? But I really feel like this is a positive card for you because it feels like what else is new kind of feelings to it. So I feel like that is you do get your normal grades that you normally get is what the answer is. So if that's A's, that's what you get. If you normally get B's, then it seems like that's going to be it because they are showing it's the same old, same old. It's the as it has been in the past. So that's what they have for you. So I'm excited. I kind of feel like you were a pretty smart individual there and did well. But that's what they have, Daisy. So that's a funny answer. All right. Shruti Kumari, you are up next. And you would like a general reading. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you. Oh my gosh. Well, I think you're doing a bit of inner work right now because, 9 is the number of, in the major arcana of the hermit. And you got 3 nines in the suits. You got the 9 of pentacles, the 9 of swords, and the 9 of cups. So you are doing this inner reflection around your worth, around your thoughts and your beliefs, and around your emotions. So you do have a lot of this inner search going on here in this little hermit's journey. And of course, you're not alone in that. You have spirit with you, but it's bringing you into this awareness of your magician, or this connection to your higher self up here. And you hold the wand to the heavens, and you are this conduit of this beautiful energy that comes through you and overflows. So I really feel with this that you have been doing a lot of reflection on connection with your higher self and who you are, and it's flowing in and it's allowing you to see such clarity in different areas of your life. And you're releasing old thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. You feel like you're emotionally becoming fuller, and you feel like your outside world is becoming fuller too. So, definitely, there's this hermit's journey that's going on for you right now. And, with love and career, they are definitely pointing you inward, 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 and not so much outward, outward, outward in regards to love and career. They want you to find your true passion inside of yourself, your true love inside of yourself, because it changes your whole viewpoint on love and career on the outside. It just allows you, especially with that 9 of Swords, cutting away your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets that you've been told, all the should be's, the supposed to be's, the need to be's, the have to be's. There are these just changes that happen. It's like blinds are taken off of your eyes, and you're like, I had no idea. And then it changes how you approach what you want to do with your life, and how much you want to invest in your career, and what you want to do around love too. So I feel like that is what they want you to focus on right now with those 3 9s. My gosh, what's the chances of that out of 78 cards in a deck, and you get 4 cards and 3 of them are nines? Out of this world. So that's what they are guiding you towards and pushing you inward on those right now. So many blessings to you, Shruti. Right, Valverde, you are up. So what's hidden energies that you don't know is around you? Ooh-wee-oo. The shadow knows what's going on. Let's see here. So what hidden energies are you not aware of that are around you? I doubt any energies are around you that you aren't aware of. You are a very sensitive individual as far as aware of energies and aware of emotions. Yeah. So, yeah. So you've got the connection to your higher self. You got the Hierophant, which this one is so much like a spiritual teacher and evolution of those. Um, but yeah, I see now with this 10 of Swords coming in here regarding this. This is all about awareness around spiritual ego, about spiritual. And what I mean by spiritual ego, it's all these beliefs and thoughts around spirituality that have been infused into your kind of your spiritual ego, your spiritual learning. You know, the Hierophant is like it's like the emperor. The Hierophant puts rules around spirituality to try to get everyone on the same page so we can all get along and do wonderful things for the world. Because whenever you get large groups of people together, there's usually going to be a lot of fighting unless we get everyone kind of on the same page, at least in the same book. And that's what they try to do. But it also limits us quite a bit because we are taught about ritual, and we're taught about supposed tos and shoulds, like, oh, you are never supposed to buy your own tarot deck. It has to be a gift. There's some people believe that and some people who don't. And but there's limitation there. There is um You have to burn a red candle because I have a red candle burning. That's why I'm saying it. You have to burn a red candle for 15 minutes before you go live on YouTube, or you're going to have technical trouble. It's like, where did that come from? So they're just showing that there's these rules and supposed tos around spirituality that are restricting you in some way. And so being aware that there are no rules, you try to fit the creator in a box, he crushes all your boxes because its spirit world is so big it can't fit and it can't be contained. But we try to contain it so we can contain it in our minds. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of our adventure here. But they do want you to look at that and see, what do you feel is restricting you? What's holding you back? When's the last time you felt like, oh, can't do that? And then go, why can't I? And just start to question it, because it will open up new opportunities in your world around that. The Ace of Pentacles is new things opening in the outside world, as well as it changes your worth as you relate it to the outside world too, because you don't feel like so limited by the supposed tos and the have tos and the shoulds and the need tos around things. It's freeing, definitely, in doing that. So that's the only really the thing that just to be aware of. And I doubt that you were not aware of that, if that's double negative. I know you were, you have an inkling, but I think just the clarity and the reminder for that is an important thing for you, because that does free things up. Like a belief. Sometimes people do ask in chat, is someone messing with my energy? Is someone cursing me? And it's like, that's things that have been taught to us, that other people can impact our energy. And it's like, no, we are powerful beings. No one can do anything to us. I tell a story about vampire, coming to the door and wanting to come in. We have to give it permission to enter, and we're the ones that are allowing them in. They're not forcing their way in. We're the ones that give them the power. And so, um, so other people can't mess with our energy. It's only our own energies that we can be aware of. We can be sensing other people's emotional energies, but it doesn't mean that we have to take it on our own, and et cetera, et cetera. So you get it. You get it. But that's what they have for you every day. So many blessings to you. All right. Alex, you are up. And like a general. All right. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know at this moment? All right. So there is, I always love these crows. They crack me up. Because when I go out walking, there's crows and they always talk to me, and I love it. Um, but if one ever came in my shoulder, I would be like, oh, boo 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 boo. But this one is thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, and uh, attitudes, expectations. And this is a thought and belief that is being brought right into your face. You cannot not hear that and not notice it. It's being brought like right front and center, and it just feels like mental conflict about something in your life, and it has to do with your a sense of your worth, because the Nine of Pentacles is this inner journey of understanding how you relate yourself to the outside world, and the awareness of maybe how you're defining yourself by something, a relationship, situation, or thing in the outside, and how you're being challenged with it, because it's causing it's like your higher mind and your human mind are battling, because they're going like, oh no, I can't do that, and like, oh yes you can, no I can't. And so there's this battling of belief about your worth that's going on in your head. And I feel like it has to do around new love, and the either the possibilities and the fear that comes with it, or the lack thereof in your life. And um, it's just this mental block that's in there about your worth and about what you are deserving, and just some things people have said. They're showing me like several different relationships where people just, when they're in fear, they say some cruel things, you know. It's like we revert to, 3 and 4 year olds. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And they just say stuff that we take so deeply because we know they don't have filters yet. But adults say things out of their own pain, and it doesn't really have a lot to do with us normally. So they want you to kind of take a look into the background and see the blood on the ground and all the pain and everything that happened back there in the shadow, and just to really reflect on it and to free yourself from those things people said, and really look at it and go, okay, that they were in pain themselves, and they didn't know what they were saying. When people are tired or hungry or hangry, like those Snickers commercials. Was it Snickers where someone turns into Don Rickles and they're all rah 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 rah, and they're just really critical, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, have a Snickers bar," and then they turn back into their calm, wonderful selves. I feel like it's time to look at some of those things and just to understand what is going on there, and to release that. So that is what they want you to look at right now. So that is what they have. So many blessings to you, Alex. All right. So let's take a look. So Anya Ahuya, you are up next. Does Igor think of you only in a platonic way? Let's take a look here. I don't think so. You have the Page of Cups here, which is new love, higher love, up here, right? When pigs fly, but it is there. You can see so there is some emotion there. And the Page of Pentacles is here. You got two pages, and the Page of Pentacles is about new opportunities and new things coming up here in the future, in the outside world. So I feel like eventually you may actually act on them, but for some reason it just feels kind of hidden. Well, you have the Ace of Pentacles too. So I feel like it's going to be in the near future, because the Ace and the Page of Pentacles is all about new opportunities coming in the outside world, and also about a change in the worth and how they feel about themselves. So I kind of feel like right now they're just going through this renewal of about their how they relate their worth, and they might feel like uh, you know um, not confident. I try and think of the word, but they don't feel confident in themselves. And in comparison, I feel like they're comparing themselves to other people that you hang around, maybe. Um, because I feel like they either have known other people that had interest in you or dated you, and they just feel like they're below them, and that's why they just kind of like keep it, because they're afraid to really step forward and face that. So, um, nothing you can do about that, except if you sincerely like them and you want it to be more than platonic, then make sure they're aware of the amazing things that you think about them. But don't do it all at once. Just throw it in here and there. Let him, and don't rush it. Let him take his time, because it'll just scare the little, was it the you that had a, I forget who it was, that was like little mouse, or a little kangaroo mouse, and just scurries back into its cave when you try to give it too much too fast. But that's what I'm feeling with it, is there's something in there. They just don't feel up to sharing it. And so just do something sweet for them and just say, I appreciate this about you, and so I got you this. and let that go for a while. And then do something else. And then they'll start to go, "Oh, wait a minute." And they'll start to gain their confidence a little bit more. But it's their inner journey. You can't choose it for them. So that's what they have for you, Anya. So many blessings for you. Hey, Anjali, you are up. So what is happening? Let's take a look here. Let me just to make sure. And about every 30 minutes, I'm just going to make sure everyone knows that donations do get priority. So if you do need to have make sure your reading gets done this evening, and you're down the list, that is an option as well. So just want to make sure everyone's aware of that. All right. So what is happening in your soulmate's life? If he knows you, how will he pursue you? All right. Let's take a look here. He doesn't know you yet. You have the moon here, which is the unknown, the mystery. So, oh, who is it? I don't know. And so you don't know them yet. I feel with that, that's just coming through like really strong that you don't know who this is and what's happened in their life. Oh, poor little Buddha Buddha. Heartbreak, nightmares, insomnia, all of these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, so much heartbreak, so much disappointment. But what's good is that he's working on it because, um, and by he, I mean they, for some reason, I use the word he just for all genders, but there's a wonderful word called they. So they are in pursuit. The Knight of Swords is in pursuit of the Ace of Swords, which is higher awareness and seeing things from a higher perspective, connecting to the capital T truths to help cut away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that are giving them such trouble and giving them such disappointment and heartache. And so they are doing the work on this, which I like. And then, of course, since they're doing that work, then you can also be doing your inner work while you're waiting for them to for you guys to cross paths. So of course, while we're waiting, that's the best thing that we can do because it speeds up things. The more inner work we do, the faster we raise our vibration to match where they're going and what we want, and then we're drawn together. So that's what's going on with them. Send them lots of love. Poor little boo 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 boo. All right, Anjali, that's what they have for you tonight. So many blessings to you. All right. So, Jazz, a general for tomorrow. Let's take a look here and see what we got going on. So, what would they like you to know about tomorrow? Tomorrow. You have been having a lot of decision making to do in your life, it seems, Jazz, because I think you get a lot of this around there's a fork in the road, there's a choice to be made, there's decisions to be made. Well, here we go. Here's more coming in. But again, they're telling you to close your eyes and open your heart. Don't make decisions strictly from your mind, but really step into your power and don't feel like um you have to let other people make it's not like you're allowing other people to make decisions for you, but it's like that you don't have to wait. um I don't want to say it's for information. It feels weird. It's like you don't have to wait an appropriate amount of time to make a decision. Like if you know immediately that the answer is no, don't worry. You're not going to be crass about it. You're going to be just like, Mom, no, I can't right now. I have so much that I just need to do for me, instead of going, well, let me see. And then you're going to say no, just get it off your mind, get it out of the way, and just follow your gut. You'll know in your gut immediately. And then just go, yes, yes, no, no. And if it's not a heck yeah, then it's a heck no. You're just like, I'm not sure. No, then. If you're like, yes, then you know. And I kind of feel like that's the kind of energy that's coming in for you tomorrow is, just tired of just, dragging things out. You know it, do it. And that's kind of the energy that's coming through. A little sassy they are for you tonight, Jazz. But it's great because I feel like that's your energy. You're just like, yeah, I am so ready just to make a decision. And I'm just, if I don't, like I said, if it's not like an absolute yes, then it's a no. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you, Jazz. Hey, Catherine, 1111. And you want to know, what does your twin flame Virgo truly feel about you currently? Uh-oh. Those twin flame journeys, they are passionate and on fire. So we'll see, are they in the passion or are they on the setting things on fire moment? Let's see what's going on with them right now. What else? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you've got the page. So it seems like they're in the calmer stage, it seems, because you have the Page of Cups, which is new love, higher love, and the Seven of Cups is like emotional confusion. So I feel like they're feeling emotional, but they're really figuring things out. They're really trying to decide which emotion they want to feel and what they want to do through that. Because you also have the Two of Swords that had just come out, came flying out again. But you also have, thinking, decisions. And the Queen of Swords balances both heart and mind. See the heart cage down here. But this is a reminder to, for them, is what is going on with them, is they're balancing their heart with their mind. And they're thinking through things and allowing things to really um, what is it, simmer like in a crock pot, just kind of simmering in there. And that Two of Swords, along with that Seven of Cups, with the thinking, there's choices that they're making in both their emotions and their mind. And the Six of Swords is movement of thought, which is good. That means if things have been kind of weird and in a pause or in that stagnant kind of, what do they call it when you're a purgatory? It's like you just kind of feel like, what's happening? Things are about to move and things are about to change, and it's old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. And I feel like this is positive, but they are definitely coming from a place of emotional confusion and trying to figure out mental stuff. So something triggered them. Which Virgo, they're always thinking, all you Virgos out there. I have tons of Virgo friends, and you know it. You can't deny it. You'll be like, yeah, we're investigators. We're always thinking, and then trigger emotion, and then let's analyze it and review it and reanalyze it and figure it out. And I feel like that's what's been going on. But it's like now I don't know why they're showing me a TV show in my head of some sort of forensic people that were, trying to find out what happened in a murder. And they're investigating it and they're trying to find the time frames of when someone was murdered. Like, it feels like that kind of, like they're just like so intent and figuring it out. But it's about to change. Then they get the result. It's like the end of that, 45-minute show or 30-minute show. Finally, they have a conclusion for that time, and that's what I feel is coming for you, is that they're gonna come with answers and be like, okay, I'm back now, and I figured some stuff out. And that's what I feel for you there, Catherine. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. I don't know, did someone slip something in my tea? I feel weird. What's going on with spirit today? I don't know. So, beautiful Princess Pinky, you are up next. So, a general reading for December. Does anything significant? We'll take a look here. So you do have the King of Cups here. The King of Cups is the ruler over emotion, but all the kings are given air, which is all about mind. And so that's a good, like the Queen of Swords, which has air. She rules over air, but all queens have water. The King of Cups, they all have water, but I mean, he rules over water, but all the kings are given air. So balancing of heart and mind is really coming in here, and with this 10 of swords, it really shows that you have been looking at your thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, and you're sick and tired. You're exhausted trying to live up to a lot of expectations. And I feel that's where this balancing is coming, is because you're letting a lot of expectations go that no longer serve you and that were triggering such emotion and such um, just disappointment and anger and resentment, and you're ready to let that go. Yeah, because here they have the Empress here. So new beginnings, new birth is coming because you're letting things go. And it feels like almost like you are birthing a whole new world in your life because of it. You're just realizing, why am I been so hard on myself and others? And does it all really matter? And it's not worth it. And I'm letting it go. I want to live a freer life. And so you are looking at these restrictions and where did these thoughts come from? And is it really true? I don't think it is. And I feel a lot of it does have to do with you've been doing some good inner reflection in connection to the spirit world. And because of that, the energy of the spirit world, which is made of unconditional love, it does connect you to higher truths in the higher realm, which allow you to see the falsities of the small t truths that are rooted in fear here. And so that's kind of what has brought you to this point of the 10 of swords, which is ending of those and a beginning of new, is because you're really starting to see things for what they are. And it's like that. Why do I even want that? And so this beautiful change is coming, and I feel like this new world is unfolding in front of you. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you right now, Princess Pinky. Many blessings to you. All right. Random 30XY, you are up next. All right. So why is JR acting different towards you at work now? And how long will it last? Let's take a look here. Tell us about this situation. Okay. Anything else? All right. Let's see what we got here. We got the devil card going on here. So the shadow comes in, the Saturn energy comes in to rattle all of our cages. And so obviously it feels like something's going on in their life that is their cage is being rattled, which then comes over and rattles your cage. Because when someone starts treating you differently, you thinking, what did I do wrong? Right? Oh, did I do something to deserve this? And then the fears start to ignite, and wondering, what do I don't know, what's going on, and what other people seeing, da 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 da, just starts to get expand within us. But it happens for us. The shadow, the devil card comes in for us to release us from fears, to release us from the um, connection, the chains that we have that are holding us back, making us feel small, and keeping us from things in our life like joy and love, unconditional love, and laughter and peace, right? And so you have the Eight of Cups and the King of Cups. The Eight of Cups is you walking away from emotions that no longer serve you. King of Cups rules over emotion, has a very calming um, presence, even amongst choppy waters, because they understand what to do with their emotions. The King of Cups has done a lot of work on their emotions because they have gone through the entire suit. So they understand what emotions served them for a time and then no longer are serving them. And that's kind of what is coming up here is caring about people treating us differently. Uh, there's a belief that a lot of us have, if this sounds familiar, that other people's emotions are our responsibility and that their happiness, especially, is our responsibility. And if they're unhappy, I got to fix it. It's like, you can give someone the whole world and they still would choose to be unhappy. And so there is this awareness that's coming around here about releasing the responsibility that was put on you at such an early age. And I almost feel like I kind of feel like mom, like you would walk out of your bedroom as a young child and going, okay, how is my mom going to be today? And you're like, "Oh, she's in a bad mood or a depressed mood, so I gotta get her happy. I gotta make sure, first of all, I gotta make sure I don't make it worse, so I gotta try to make it better. I gotta make her happy," because that is kinda what was instilled when you were younger, and so you've had that carried forward, you know, in your life, and it's now time that you can release that responsibility and realize that everyone chooses their own emotions and whatever story they want to put to any situation. And we can't make people choose differently. We can make it harder or easier for people to choose fear or love, but ultimately everyone makes their own choice. And so there's this fine line that is being drawn here for you with this experience to see how you can release that feeling of responsibility and just feel the weight lift. And then you just know that if I am loving to people, it's easier for them to choose love. Um, but some still can choose fear and all those emotions related to it, anger and resentment and sadness and whatever else that they want to choose. But you get to separate yourself and allow yourself to be set free from it. And then you don't have to worry about it. And then you can just be yourself, right? How long it will last all depends upon how much inner work you do, because they're saying this is the shadow period for you to reflect and understand that about yourself. And so the more work you do on the inside, the faster that will change. But it's happening for you. So until you're thoroughly done with the experience for your benefit, it'll still hang around. So that's what they have for you, random. So many blessings for you. Hey, PK. Welcome, welcome. And I did see your comment. I saw them before I came on and I didn't have a chance to respond yet, but I'll respond. And I do like your suggestion. I think it's good to move through as many readings as we can and try to be fair. So I like it. So is Zachariah your soulmate? Let's find out. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Well, we've got the Five of Wands, which does represent like conflict, emotional, more energetic conflict of something moving from competition to love, um, fighting, and conflict to more energy about people are helping each other. Because you can look at this card and be people are competing to get to the top, or people are helping each other to get to the top. And so there is this change of energy around this. And it's kind of interesting here because you got the Seven of Cups, which is which emotion do I want to choose? Which is my wish fulfillment? And I'm like, so what has this got to do with soulmates, right? We have the Three of Pentacles, which is this energy of being true to your authentic self and being you, not listening to other people saying about what is supposed to be, what should be, what needs to be. And I feel like that's where this conflict comes in. Because the 5 and the 7 are both odd numbers. And when you look at an odd number like a 7, if you think of 3 on each side, it's a smooth flowing thing with a 6, but a 7, something right in the middle. So I feel like in regards to happiness, regards of soulmates, there is this obstacle that's in the way there with the emotions, and then also your energy. There's that block because of 4 with a 5 in the middle. It's like there's these things that are they're wanting you to look at about being true to you and your authentic self and being you, not trying to be someone who you think someone else would want you to be in order to love you. They're really wanting to put that into context and to have that a huge focus because, and I guess I feel like they're saying this because I feel like that is the kind of situation here, is that Zachariah is more of someone that you are attracted to, someone that you want to have feeling like you have feelings for, and you would like them possibly to be your soulmate. But with these, it feels like there are these blocks in a way on purpose here because it's what's keeping you from feeling the 10 of Pentacles, which is pretty much soulmate energy. Over is like you're so filled that you're overflowing out to the world. And I don't feel like this is what you have. I don't feel like this is what is in your the energy of Zechariah. Let me see. Let me just get clarification on one thing here. Yeah, because 2 of Cups. This is what you're looking for. And I don't feel like that's what you have there. I mean, this feels so intertwined, so, you know, and when you say soulmate, I'm assuming you mean the soulmate I'll be with the rest of my life, because we have soulmates who are stepping stones to get us and to be mirrors for us to see what we want to see about ourselves. And I feel like that's more what Zachariah is the mirror showing you some emotional conflicts and some energetic blocks that you have, that it's the mirror to show these to you so that you can raise your vibration that will match more this by being your true authentic self. But I feel like there's some old thoughts and beliefs around emotions and who you're supposed to be and should be, and um, your authentic self was kind of uh, wrapped up in a carpet and thrown into the basement. They're like, nope, nope, you can't exist, you can't show yourself, we're wrapping you up, and no one's going to see that. And it's like, this is what I feel needs to happen, this is what needs to unfold, looking at these emotional blocks, these energetic blocks, and then you get to move into a more of a direction that will be in more alignment of you being the true authentic you instead of being who you were trained to be. Because it's your life is to live, not to, live in a cage. And that's kind of what I feel with this situation. So that's what they have for you, PK. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right, Mars, you are up next. So, what is the personality traits of the guy you had dreams about? Whoa, let's see what they have. So, let's take a look here. No personality. It was just a dream. It was a figment of your imagination, something that was made up. I'm just kidding. They gave me a card now. They're like, ha ha ha, you're being funny. Oh my gosh. So they are very much a fiery individual. Oh my gosh. Definitely a fiery individual. Because you got the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, Page, right? Yeah, Page of Wands, and the King of Wands. So someone who's very I would not um be surprised if they are a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have a lot of fire in their chart, because there's a lot of passion, a lot of fire here. But I like that you have the King of Wands, because all this fire and energy and awareness of their power is contained it with maturity and with experience. And so, they um, are aware how to balance things in their life and not allow this passion to get him into trouble anymore. I feel like younger, when you have all that fire, what are you going to do? It has to go somewhere and do stuff, and then it just causes a lot of little fires everywhere that they go that had to be put out, but they realized it wasn't worth the you know what they had to do to make up for the forest fires that they caused. And so they have matured a lot, and they have that. And also the Page of Swords. So totally, with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, very much aware of their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets. And they have this thirst for knowledge and thirst for learning and awareness. With all that energy, they're always learning something. It's like they're always reading a book, studying something. There's always, they don't probably spend a whole lot of time sitting watching a movie all the time. They do understand balance, but I feel like would rather be studying something or doing something than sitting still. And so that's the kind of individual that this person is. And you have the Judgment card here too: higher self, human self. And so I feel like that's why they were visiting in your dreams, right? That there is this soul connection. I kind of feel like that there is this, everyone that we end up with um, in our lives is a soulmate, because we're all souls, and before we come down, we decide who's going to interact with who and what are we going to learn from each other. And so I feel like this is them beginning to uh, come into your peripherals, um, because it's like they're like saying, because I want to be the man of your dreams. It's going to be like, I was the man of your dreams. It's like it'll be a little story that you tell that I dreamt about him, and then they are all joking about that. But so that's the personality and what they have coming through with that. So that's what they have for you right now, Mars. So many blessings to you. Hey, Cynthia. Welcome, welcome. You are up next. Let me just make sure here. Right, we're at the top of the hour, so just making sure everyone knows that I do go down in order in the chat room. But if you need to have your reading prioritized, if you make a donation, then I do give those priority and do those, and then I go back to the free ones. All right. So Cynthia, let's take a look here. Why is your baby father distant again? Well, it's that twin flame journey. They got to push your buttons. Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what they have to say about the current status of baby daddy. They're just in this balancing stage here. They've got a lot going on, with this 10 of Wands. They just have so many hands in so many things right now, investing their energy in so many directions, that it's hard for them to have this balance and consistency right now. I don't feel like they've changed their mind, because you've got the Six of Cups, which is all about memory and memories, and the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. So I really feel like they see what they want, They're just trying to get things to happen. They're trying to get things in order for them. Because you have your Queen of Wands here. She is powerful. She's fiery. She wields that wand and she can get stuff done. But you also have that intuition with that black cat, which um, he knows he can't get away with anything with you, that you will call him on the carpet and he will face the wrath of Mama Bear. And that's why he shies away and he's trying to get things in order. And I know, like, asking to borrow money probably was a huge thing for him um, to have to do. And so I think a little bit of his pride is, bruised. So he just needs time to recover his bruise. But he also, um, because of not having the money that he needs, that's all that 10 of Wands. He's like hustling, trying to get everything done and everything in order. And he just uh, has too much to do and not enough time to do it. But he wants to do it right, is what I keep feeling. But I don't feel he's changed his mind. I just feel he's growing and he's doing what he can. And a lot of the mindsets about who he's supposed to be, how he's supposed to act, how he's supposed to do it, that's on you. That's for you to look at and go, what kind of cage am I trying to put him in? And I think some of the readings we've had were about you looking at what you think you are supposed to do and should do, need to and have to do, and what they are supposed to, blah, 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 what a relationship, blah, 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 and start focusing in on what you are grateful for about the past with them and also about who they are, and focus on that instead of focusing on who they're not and who they and what you feel is missing and what you don't want in your life. Do that other, because um I think we talked about wherever your energy is going with your Queen of Wands, you're powerful, that you amplify what you're focusing on. So if you're focusing on them, how wonderful and the great qualities, that's growing, that's growing. But if you like, but what are they not doing? And then they change and you're like, what happened? Well, you're where you were looking changed too. And that changes how you look at it, right? So that's what they have for you, Cynthia, right now. So many blessings to you. All right. Double, triple, quadruple X, you are up. You want to know what is coming in. And you said 4, maybe. Were you going to say 4 December? Since that's tomorrow, probably. Right. Okay. So what is coming in here for you? What does Spirit want you to know? All right. What else? Well, yeah, I knew that. Okay. The first card that popped out is the full card, the 0 card. New beginnings, new adventures, ending of old cycles, new beginnings. And I'm like, what else? End of old cycles, new beginnings. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Let's see if we can find out what about, though. What areas of your life will this impact? Endings and new beginnings. Things are being moved out of your life and moved in. We know. And then you have the 2 of Pentacles, which is good. Balance. There's balancing coming in your outside world, and that is good. So it just means that there are things that feel lopsided in your life, and there's going to be some balancing out. Things are going to be removed off of one side of the scale to balance out the other. But I feel like there's going to be a few things, like, because it's like it's out of balance, and so you add something on here and it goes bloop, and it's like, okay, now I've got to add something here. Bloop. Okay, now I got to take something off of here, bloop, and it's like this balancing out is some adding and taking away on the different sides of the scale. And let's see, is it relationship or is it work? Relationship would be cups. Swords will be work. Okay. So swords came out. So it feels like it has to do with career and job and more thoughts and beliefs and things in the life too. But I feel that's more in the area of work that things are balancing out. Some ending of cycles, new beginnings, um, old ways of doing things gone, new ways coming in. But it's all happening for you with that tower. So it's looking good though because I love the Fool card about new adventure and new journey coming in. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to quadruple X, double, triple, quadruple. All right. Let me take a quick drink here. And then Megs, you will be up. All right. So, Megs, you want to know the true intentions of Pavan towards you? When will you reunite? And is he regretting his actions towards you? Okay, let's take a look here. Tell us about Pavan in regards to Megs, please. Okay. So true intentions, I don't Philly knows. Philly's trying to figure it out. There's 7 of cups, so many emotions, emotionally confused, but he's trying to get control of it. He's trying to understand it, but he can't get his head around it yet. There's a lot of fire, a lot of passion with the Emperor because it's the Aries card. So there's a lot of just um, passion, but emotions are just all over the place there. And so I just feel like they just don't know. That passion, there's a lot of attraction, physical attraction, that type of sensuality that's there with the Emperor. They're just, "Roar." But then there's all this other stuff that's spinning around in their head too that they just don't know. When will you reunite? Mm. Still to be determined. I got the 2 of swords here, which means still at a fork in a road. But in the meantime, you have the 9 of pentacles. The 9 is the hermit's journey, and the pentacles is about you turning inward to find your wholeness and your completeness. And so while they're standing there waiting to figure things out, the waiting period is for you to turn inward and look at your worth in relation to the outside world. How are you using um, this mirror that's happening to understand just what does that mean? What does it mean when they do that? What does it mean when they do that? What does it mean about me? And you're really figuring out, wait a minute, that's about them. That's not about me. And I feel like this inward search, this inward hermit's journey is what is meant for this pause. And that's why when will you reunite? It's about you working on yourself because that's what this separation where this openness is for you to do reflection, and the more you do the inner reflection and look at your self-love, the faster things will speed up in the outside world. Is he regretting his actions towards you? I don't think so. I almost feel like he's laughing at the heartache. I know it seems wrong, right? It's like, what is going on here? The 5, the hierophant is the number of is like the it can mean commitment, right? And then heartbreak. And I feel like this is you and this is him, and he's just um it doesn't seem as tore up about it. Um and so that's what I feel you need to see, because you get to look at your heartbreak because this is your choice and that you were looking at. You have used his actions to define what your heart feels. And this whole thing is for you to look at and realize no one can hurt you. No one can break your heart. Your heart is unbreakable. But you can feel pain, which is the prick of fear of losing conditional love. And looking at that is what this mirror is for you to turn inward and understand it and go, what am I allowing of the outside world to define me that I don't have to. I get to say who I am and what story I put to any situation. And I'm the one that gets to choose what emotion I feel as I go through it. So I feel like that's what's going on here, Megs. Hopefully that resonated, but that's what they have for you tonight. So many blessings to you. All right. We've got Mrs. Sweet Like Honey. You want to know, what does your masculine want specifically between you and his connection? Okay. Let's take a look here and see what is going on. So, Miss Sweet Like Honey, let's take a look. What does this masculine want? Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So let's take a look here. So the first card that came out is the Six of Pentacles, which is about giving and receiving, but it's also about codependent relationships. So something to be aware of coming into this, because with the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like this is you, feeling pretty self-sufficient, secure in your own garden, and feeling, you're not alone. You have spirit, and there's this feeling of abundance there. And then he's over here going, "Who's that?" And he's got this fire, and he's this emperor, and it's like, I don't feel like it's like they're wanting your money and that type of thing. I feel like they are attracted to like your confidence, and rather than get it for himself, like to him to build this certain thing, who's it's like, well, if I'm with you, then I have that. And I kind of feel like that's kind of this pool. They like this confidence, they like that you're such a giver, but I almost feel like they are like, you're an enabler in codependent relationships is your tendency. And I feel like you've been doing good about realizing, I'm going to balance, taking care of me. But I feel like they're like, I can draw her back into this, kind of relationship where I want someone to take care of me, and you're like, I ain't your mama. But I feel like ending and new beginning. I kind of feel like this one, you have marriage and you have happiness and joy. Um, the Four of Wands is the marriage card and the celebration. And I feel like it requires a ending of an old cycle and a new beginning to head towards something that you are really wanting, something that is more in alignment with who you are. So I just feel weird about this one. It just feels like they just, they want a mom in a weird way, but not, they want someone that takes care of them and nurtures them, um, and is their queen, or not, maybe not even their queen, because they like being in the power. It's like they just want, what do they used to have, a chorus, whatever. But it's like they want someone to take care of them, and you're like, no, thank you. Been there, done that. Don't want that anymore. You are looking for something more to break that cycle of codependent relationships, and you're like, I don't want that. I don't want it. So that's what they have for you, Sweet Like Honey. So many blessings for you. All right, Sky Falls, you are up. So general reading. Let's see what we got going on. So what do we have here? Looks like you have, so there's some sort of um, energetic block, something that you feel has been blocking you, but I almost feel like it's a mental block because you have the Ace of Swords here, which is them inviting you to come to see things from a higher perspective and understand what it is that you truly want and what's really. I feel like there's these expectations around something. Let me see what these other three cards are. Okay. So it's around relationships because you've got the 6 of Cups, but you got the 5 of Cups, which has to do with the reason I say relationships is the 4 of Wands is marriage, relationship type of stuff coming in here, but there's some feelings that are down underneath that have created from the past here because the 6 of Cups is about the past, um, about being left out in the cold and abandoned and not being able to depend on individuals. It just feels like left behind. And that's where there's this energetic block that just is keeping you from moving forward in relationships. And the Ace of Swords here is going to allow you to see things, connect higher, to be able to really look into these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, these barriers that were created for safety. And this could go all the way back into like childhood, that there were these situations where you felt abandoned, left behind out in the cold. And so you hated how that felt. And so your brain created these rules to try to not have that happen again. And when it happened again, you created more rules to try to keep it from happening again. And when it happened again, you created even more rules to try to keep that from happening again. And what happened again, it just felt like there's all these rules. And that's what has these barriers. It's like there's all this stuff keeping you going, no, stay behind the line. You'll be safer back here. And those were good for childhood, but not anymore. You don't need those anymore. They're outdated. And you can see them stepping into their power here with this Ace of Swords. And it's one of my favorite cards of the 9 of Wands because you can see how this is what's keeping it all up. And when you realize your power and what you can stand in your power of choice about where you focus your energy, you get to take control and you just lift that up and this all falls down and you're able to walk past it. So I feel like that's what's going on here right now. And so it's that reflection and understanding what are these barriers and do I really need that anymore? I get to choose what anything means. I get to choose what I feel as I go through it. I'm not a child anymore. I don't have to do what my parents told me. you know I get to decide, even though they told me, and or society or whatever when I was a child growing up, when this thing happens, when someone's not faithful in a relationship, it means you're a failure and you're not worthy of love and you're must be something wrong with you. And then you realize, no, that's BS, right? No, when someone doesn't honor a relationship, it's them that's not honoring it. And I get to choose my choices and thoughts and beliefs, and they get to choose all that. And this freedom comes in, this power comes in, and you're not so hesitant to move forward in love and relationship or move forward in whatever else these blocks have kept you from. So that's what they have for you, Skyfall. So many blessings to you. Hey, Kaylee. I'm not sure if you've read your watch the number 10 winner today. I believe it might be someone similar in name. But hello and welcome. All right. So, LA, you are up next here. And what good news will you get this week? Well, let's find out here. What good news? Wow. All right. Okay, there we go. Cards falling all over the place. Wow. Okay. What good news for this week? Well, whatever it is, it's coming in fast and heavy. because you've got both the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest knight out of them all, because it's the fiery horse, and you got the Chariot, which is about fast movement and things coming in, but it's about victory too. So you've got, wonderful, positive things that are coming in fast for you here. So you definitely have some good news coming in. Let's see what this is about. They actually wanted me to pull from this Art of Manifestation Oracle. Let's find out what is going on. Right, so you get 3 cards. They're small. Well, you got Shine. That's another good bright card coming in. It's like the sun card, right? So the time is right for you to spread your wings and soar. You have something valuable to share. So bring forth your greatest contribution, step into your fullest potential, show the world the real you. Reach out and shine. The universe supports your growth. I like it. You have forgiveness of others. This says forgiveness does not mean that something bad that happened to us was okay. Forgiveness means that we choose to move beyond the experience and to release any ongoing need for retribution. In doing so, we no longer need to keep the memory of what happened alive within us. This choice reinstates our entitlement to be in charge of our own lives. So I feel like these two are very related to each other because it's that releasing that allows you just to really say, all that energy I'm investing in maintaining that and nursing it and rehearsing it, I am giving it over. I'm letting it go. So it can be dispersed and the energy comes back to you. Yeah. It says you are safe now. It is safe to relax. So you've been through a major ordeal and you've been amazing. You've handled it all. But as a consequence, you learned to live on high alert. This can change. Your mind needs peace and your body needs to relax and repair. So this card brings a message. You're safe now. It is okay to relax. So I like that. So there's this forgiveness, letting go of the wrath, and just moving past that to shine for you here. So I do like that. So it is definitely bringing, that is good news. This release, this movement beyond, and it just comes in like out of nowhere. You just are like, I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to move forward and share myself with the world, myself, not what everyone thinks I'm supposed to be or should be or need to be, my authentic self with the world. So I like that, LA. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. Hey, Sio Shanta. Thank you so much. I love that. Blessing to everyone coming in. All right. Donna Richards, you are up. All right. And you would like reading about finance for December. So let's take a look here. General reading for finance for December. Okay, let's see what this is about. Got like 3 sets of cards here. Well, it feels like regarding finance, there is this. This is a lover's card, can mean new love, but I really feel like with the 5 of Cups here, this is about emotional choice. And I feel like part of your finance and your movement of it has to do with these feelings of emotion. And they're, the 5 of Cups, they focus on having had some disappointments, having had some things in their life that have drawn attention, have drawn energy. It's almost like a mourning, a disappointment that just can't let go of, right? And that emotional choice is that it is sitting there waiting for you to say, I'm done. I'm done feeling that way. I'm ready to switch it up. Because every moment is either an emotional choice of the fear of losing conditional love or the unconditional love connected to above. And so it's like, I'm done feeling the fear and the disappointment and that. I'm ready for some joy. I'm ready for focusing on what I'm grateful for instead of what's missing, what was done. I'm focusing on what is in my life, what I'm grateful for, and what I do want to draw in. And it seems to help because, yeah, the Ace of Wands coming in here, which is fire and passion, which 10 of Pentacles, abundance and wholeness that comes in. So as soon as you change your look of, oh my gosh, yeah, the look of where you're focusing your energy, then shazam, things happen. Because like that, you have the King of Wands and then the 10 of Cups. So you had the outside fulfillment that came in with the Ace of Wands with the managing of your new passion. Now you have the King holding the Ace of Wands, so taking control of your life. That brings you emotional fulfillment, the highest 10 of Cups coming in. Let's say, do we want to stop there? No, let's look behind curtain number 2. Yeah. So you do look at the 6 of Cups is about looking over your past emotions and past things that happened, and the 7 of Swords, I love the he's in your face. They definitely are bringing the old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were stealing your joy, stealing this passion, stealing this abundance from you. It's your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were caught up in the past. So once you resolve that, that's what brings in the Page of Pentacles, which is this um, new opportunities in the outside world. So it all is just about this decision, Donna, to all right, I'm done focusing on what was done in my life, that the disappointments and those other things, and I am ready to focus on what I'm grateful for, what I do want in my life, and I'm changing my energy. I'm setting a date to do that, and I'm gonna just let those things go because those were stealing my thoughts and my beliefs and my mindsets were stealing from me, and I'm done and I'm over that, and I'm ready to switch it. And then it does. Great cards. So that's what they have for you right now, Donna. So many blessings to you. All right, Toby. Good to see you. And let me just check here. All right, we are doing good. And let's see here. Pull some cards. Whatever my guides want me to know. Whatever. Let me take a quick sip here. And I do want to go to the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. So your animal guide wants to talk to you. Uh-oh. Let's take a look. So what would you like Toby to know? Right. So Toby, you got the humpback whale. And this is a singer is the energy around it. That says, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. I like it. Let's take a look here and see what else they have to say. If you're a singer, that would be totally awesome. It's time for you to sing. So, humpbacks are the record keepers of the world. Whale people can connect to this ancient knowledge, but often do not understand where their knowing comes from. Excuse me. Humpbacks are the peaceful bards, bards, of the sea. The males sing long, complex ballads to court the female. and they often sing in unison. Their soulful songs are frequencies that release tension and heal the ocean with love. Humpback is a great totem for the musician and composer. Singing is a powerful act that links us to our eternal soul. Music unlocks hidden joy, inner knowing, and healing. Humpbacks travel long distances using sonar to find their way. And sonar can travel hundreds of miles and is like asking a question and then waiting patiently for the answer to come back to you. Humpback mothers carefully tend their newborns. They gently push them to the surface to breathe and then teach them the way to live. If humpback is your totem, you have strong protective forces around you. Your telepathy and knowing are strong. You will navigate the vast ocean of life with grace and sure success. Call upon Humpback to teach you to unlock your many gifts and help you remember your history and place in the world. And then they have a couple questions or statements if these resonate. The first one is, are you asking questions and listening to the answers? Number two is life so noisy that you have lost the sound of your inner sonar? Find some silence. Number three, do you need to put the world right once more? Pause, breathe deeply, and return to the water. So I like that for you. And so, however that resonates, those are the messages for you there. So, if you are a singer, Toby, even if you're not, you can sing to yourself if you don't want to, you know, go and create a YouTube channel and sing. But that's what they have for you, Toby. So many blessings to you. All right, Colleen, good evening. All is well. And do we see anything coming towards you? Absolutely. You are very welcome. You're on Mountain Time, and it is also cold outside. It is. Last night it was 7 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not even Celsius. That's Fahrenheit. So we'll take a look here. And we're at the top of another half hour, and I just like to let everyone know that I have introduced that donations get priority. So if you need to move your reading to the head of the line to get the reading, donations are accepted and honored. And I still continue to go down the list in order. But if someone makes a donation, I bump out, go do that, and then come back and keep going down the list. So there is the service announcement. All right. So anything coming towards you? Let's take a look, Colleen. Let's see what's going on. Right. Okay, tell me more about that. Okay. Wow. So things have been kind of just hanging around, have they? And just some things feeling you are seeing things from a higher perspective, and you are doing kind of a cocooning reflection that's going on, and that's all right. You know, it's been designed. It's what's happening on purpose for a purpose. So if you feel things have kind of slow down a little bit in the outside world or things are taking forever, you've been doing this reflection time, and it's been for you to look at this because, like a caterpillar, you've been going through a death and a rebirth into a butterfly. And so you have been going through this, and it is time. Things are balancing out here. You've got the Two of Pentacles, so you've got your higher realm, the butterfly world, balancing out with the caterpillar world. And so things are about to change for you because you've got the Page of Pentacles coming in, which is about new things opening up in the outside world and in relation to also how you relate your worth to the outside world. So whatever's been on hold, whatever's been disintegrating and dropping away out of your life has been on purpose for a purpose. That's what happens to a caterpillar. It becomes caterpillar juice. Some things fall away into the cocoon, and then the butterfly forms out of what's left into this beautiful butterfly. And then there's the struggle of getting out of the cocoon that makes you stronger. And I feel like you've been in the struggling stages a little bit, getting out of the cocoon. And you're about that's building your butterfly flying muscles for your butterfly wings so that you can flutter and fly and go places. And I feel like that's what's about to open up here for you. So the patience has been worth it, because that caterpillar, once it goes in there and it comes out this beautiful butterfly, we are amazed at the beauty of it, right? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. So that confirms it. Eight of Pentacles is about you've been doing the work and you're about to have movement in the outside world, movement up. Can be movement up in a relationship, job, education, body, possessions, can be movement in home, finances increasing. So um, it is time, it is coming. So that is what they have for you, Colleen. So I like it. Many blessings for you. All right. So, creative arts. Wow, you've been dreaming of orcas. That's amazing. Wow. Do. All right. So, creative arts. How does Jay currently feel about you? Let's take a look here. Um, it seems to be there's first of all, we'll start off with the Knight of Pentacles, which is one of the it takes time for things to unfold, watching the grass grow. So there is this cycles, and it's taking time for things to unfold, and it's because they're looking at the blocks that they have around feeling like they are worth having a family and fulfillment in their physical world. So they have this block that's been going on here, and I feel like they so obviously with that 10 of pentacles, it feels like they think that it could be something that they could have with you. And so there's these, looking, going, wow, I can have a family, and have this security and have this full life, but I don't know, and so they're working through these barriers that have been built up over time, and that's what's taking time for it to unfold. So I do feel like they think that you could be a part of this dream that they have, but there's something that is standing in between them thinking that that can be a dream that they can have. And so that's their journey to look into, to find out what is going on, what blah blah blah, who said what when I was younger, and these other relationships that, left and right, they just fell apart. The relationships that they had before and cheated on and used, and they're just like, they have trouble believing that it's worth, and it goes back, maybe they come from a broken home, and or at least a family that had a lot of uh, instability in it. I know what family doesn't, but I mean, like, father was there and gone, or mom was there and gone a lot. They weren't like, they would separate and come back and separate and come back, blow up and separate and come back, and so they feel like this 10 of pentacles is a dream that we just dream, we don't actually get. There's this block that's keeping them from it, but they're working on it. They have their hand on that ace of wands, so they're stepping more and more into their power, where they could be someone that breaks that chain that's been going on from throughout their family history. But that's what they have right now for you, creative arts. So many blessings for you. Hang in there. So, Suparna Das, what is coming into your life? Let's take a look here. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up you've given the video. It just helps spread the love to the world. And so, thank you guys so much for being a part of that. So, what's coming into your life? All right. Boom, boom. All right. Let's see what we got here. Well, I like this for you because you do have this 10 of Swords, which is about it's a lot better picture than normal. Usually there's someone laying down with 10 swords in their back, which is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been feeling restrictive. And it's almost like you're being hunted by birds. But the 10 is a good card to have with that because it's endings and new beginnings. You're ready to cut out so many thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that kept you feeling so exhausted trying to live up to what everyone wanted. And you're just like, I can't do it. I'm just exhausted and I don't want to do it. And so you're letting them go and you're like stepping out. That's what I like about this is like you're stepping out going, ta-da, this is who I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to do. And it's about victory. It's about recognition. It's about being seen. And whereas before, it's like you had to dim your light. You had to shrink and not be who you were. And I like this picture because I can do this to it. And when you get rid of all those thoughts and those beliefs, look how different and serene the picture is compared to Attack of the Birds, right? And I do like that you have the High Priestess here too, because the High Priestess is about you taking a step back from all the chaos and all the noise and going into your high temple and doing a lot of reflection inward and down into the depths of your emotions and connecting to the higher realms and really getting to know yourself and really in connecting to the spirit world too, really zeroing in on who you truly are, your authentic self. And I love this journey with those three together because they do bring the Ace of Pentacles, which is one is a new way of looking at your worth in relation to the outside world. You're really clearing away all these definitions that you were told, well, when this is that, then this is what it means about you. And if this is that, then this is what it means about you. And if that, and you like that, all those lists, and you're like, I get to decide. And you're really diving deep to find out who you are outside of all that influence. And that's what brings in the change of how you perceive yourself to the outside world, because you're not allowing yourself to be defined by the outside in. You're defining yourself by the inside out and saying, this is who I am, which brings new opportunities that come in as well. So I like that for you, Soprana. So I'm excited to see what you do with that. All right. So many blessings for you. All right, Sana Samreen, you are up. And very good. So let's take a look at just a little more drink here. So you want to change your job and you want to know when you'll get a new job. Okay, so general reading on career. Let's take a look and see what we got going on. All right. Any more about the when? No. All right. Well, first of all, let's start with like you will find a job in something that makes your heart sing and something that's more in alignment with your dreams. 10 of Cups is about emotional, just overflowing, but it's going to take a little bit of time. Maybe I should have started with that one. But I wanted to give you hope and just like, wow, it is going to happen. Because then it makes the waiting not seem so much because you're going to be seeing things from a higher perspective, a different perspective. And it just takes time, though. It's worth the wait. Like we always say, it's like a butterfly cocoon. or like baked bread or something, if you take it out too soon, it's going to taste like dough. Bleh. Or if you take a caterpillar out too soon, it's not a butterfly. So it's like, just know that it is coming. It is in the works. It's unfolding. In the meantime, you have the Two of Wands, which two things. One is that you hold the power. Focus on what you're grateful for in your life and what you do want in your life, and that expands. If you focus on what's missing or what you don't want in your life, then that expands. So if like you hate your job, don't focus on hating your job, because you'll just hate it even more, and there'll be more things to hate about it that will come in, because that's what you're telling the universe. I love hating my job. Okay, well, let's give you more things to hate. Instead of like, I want to be grateful, I focus on what I'm grateful for in my job, then more things to be grateful for come in. I'm grateful for other things in my life, those things expand. And so that's what they want with the Two of Wands. But the Two of Wands, you can see here, is also about planning. They're planning out how they're going to get to the beach, and they're going to, where in the world they're going to go with the map and the globe and everything else. And so it is, start to make plans. Start to, while you're in the waiting period, you can look at like, what would I like to do? And what could I do? And, um, um, you know, with what I want to do, I might not make as much. So what do I need to do? Let me plan on how I downsize or get rid of stuff or lower bills or whatever. It's like, start to do some planning and take little steps. But it's in this waiting period, and it definitely will come. But there's this pause. And during the pause, that's when you're learning to focus your energy and also taking little steps towards what you feel your dream would be. So I like that. So that's what they have for you right now, Sana Samrin. So many blessings to you. Right, Sunita, you are up. And let's make sure. Okay, we're doing good. And what changes are coming ahead towards you? All right. So let's take a look. So all these cards come flying out. One made itself known, so that's good. Okay, two have made itself known. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Okay. Okay. Well, I do like this for you because you've got the star card, which is a wish fulfillment card. It's hope, it's beautiful energy. Look at the connection to the universe. And it's just like wish fulfillment coming in, and coming in fast with the Eight of Wands. This is a lot of energy, and it is fast movement. So it's like this wish fulfillment comes in, and and again, you've got the Chariot, which is about fast motion, fast movement, and victory. So there's a lot of, it feels like a lot of wonderful things that are coming forward. But it does take this change that's about to happen here, because you have the Tower, which is that you are about to have things removed out of your life for you, so that you can move forward into that, and that you can keep going. That things are being removed to make space for this new stuff to come in. Because you have the Ten of Wands too, which is about, you've been on this long, arduous journey with a lot of burden, and you're ready to put that down and have a fresh start and a reboot. And that's what this Tower does for you. It just makes the space. So with whatever this wish fulfillment is, whatever this thing that is getting moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, just know that it is for your benefit. It is allowing you to be into this wonderful place of giving and receiving, instead of I feel like just giving, 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 and getting hardly anything in return. Yeah, because you're ready to walk away from emotions that no longer serve you, to move towards the Nine of Cups, which is the other wish fulfillment card. So you're walking away. Let me see if I can do this. You're walking away here, um, to your dream. And so this definitely this tower is about moving something out of your path that no longer serves you so that you can move forward into something more in alignment with who you are and where you want to be, where you're fated to end up in this life. So I like that for you, Sunita. So if something gets removed out of your life, just try to remember, okay, this is for me. This is for me because it's clearing the way for me to go forward. And it'll help with whatever the sudden shock of something moving, because it's going to come fast. It might be shocking at first, but then just know it's happening on purpose for you, not happening to you. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you. Hey, Angela. Welcome, beautiful Angela Blackshear. You can get a reading, and you have a really juicy question. All right. Oh, you know what? You probably sent it on PayPal. I'm so sorry. I don't have my email open. So I should have jumped to that a while ago. My apologies. So let me take a look here. We will make sure we handle your question, and then we'll come back to Queen Bee. So a really juicy question. You are very welcome. So you want to know what happened to Brent and what happened to John. Ooh, okay. Well, let's take a look here. It's juicy. Let's see what happened. So, what happened to Brent? And what happened to John? More detail here on Brent. Okay, and more detail on John. Anything else? Okay. Well, the first two cards that came out. So with Brent, whatever happened here, wow, talk about a mirror in the face. So whatever happened to Brent, it was it almost felt like karma. It almost felt like whatever um happened on the outside was what they had done to someone else, or whatever they felt about themselves. And so this huge, just in their face, a big wake up call with this. Oh yeah. So a lot of heartache, a lot of disappointment that came in with their situation here, especially with the Five of Cups too. So, there's a lot of spilt cups, heartbreak that happened for him. And I just, whatever this was that happened, it just felt like a stab to the heart for him. And this disappointment, um, I don't know. I mean, it does feel like so much they felt very blinded and bound and trapped by whatever unfolded for him. And so yeah, it just felt very, this Two of Pentacles is normally a balancing card. It felt like things balanced out. Almost felt like, again, it almost felt like a reap what you sow, buddy. Karma, karma came and visited you, which is not really how karma works, but it's the idea of like, we're like, yeah, you got what you reserved. And that's what it looked like on the outside. But the inside, of course, is all about their soul journey and what's going on. Let's see. There's a little more information on that. Okay. Yeah. So they're being faced with choices, emotional choices. I mean, you got the emotional choice card, and then also the emotional story choice card too. So they were faced with some things to really understand that they get to choose what something means, and they get to choose how they feel as they go through it. but they were thrown for a loop with this, I really feel. I mean, the heartbreak in the 5 of Cups, which is, really mourning and looking at what they lost, and this is just I feel like they lost a whole lot, but I feel like their life, uh, was turned upside down, and now they are doing a lot of reflecting to understand what they want this to mean, what they want to choose to feel about it now. So, um, that's what I feel for Brent, that happened there, and then you said John was related to it, and he got the devil card. And the devil card, this is about cages being rattled, so looks like both just had this major, huge things happen in their life where it just is like big, big rattling, 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 but it seems like, John, handled it a lot better, with what happened, um, on their side because, the devil card, it points out to us what the strings and that it's almost like this 8 of, swords that they got, it's the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are controlling us, and where it feels like Brent got the mirror, like, like right here in front of their face. John Moore got it, out here, things happening in the outside that he witnessed and that he was seeing, and he was just like, "Oh my god." And, because the high priestess, it feels like they took a step back and they turned inward, connected upward, looked behind the veil, connected down into their emotions, and understood more about it. I feel like maybe Brent would have reacted and just woof, and John Moore took a deep breath and he took a step back and took a step inward and really, looked into that because he also has the 7 of Pentacles where, um, the they had a change of where they invested their energy. They took it to heart very quick, it feels like, and they're making this course because they have the Wheel of Fortune that comes in for them too, which is about an ending in their life and a beginning, but it turns more in fortune. And like he understood the fate of what happened too, because the Wheel of Fortune speaks of fated events happening in our life and understanding, kind of like they both went in, with the power of choice, because the Wheel of Fortune also speaks that I get to choose what something means. I get to choose what I want to feel as I go through it. That's the Wheel of Fortune, and that's what Brent got with the 2 of Cups and the Chariot. So they both kind of had similar things happen to them, right? What you said are related, but it feels like, um, Brent went full, "Whoa," freaking out, and he's learning it, where I feel John really just went, "Whoa," and he took a step back, took deep breaths, turned inward, really looked at it, and maybe he has more of a philosophical or, metaphysical approach to life maybe, but he kinda got it that, "Okay, this was fated. I still get to choose what it means. I get to choose where this goes." And I do wanna pull a Art of Manifestation card for both of them here. So for Brent, okay, and for John. So let's see what Brent got here. So Brent got independence, which says, "Independence is a wonderful attribute, but if taken to an extreme, it can border on isolation." Yeah, sometimes if we have been hurt or let down, or trapped in a codependent relationship, we lose faith in others and learn only to rely on ourselves. This card calls to question this inner belief and to develop healthy interdependent relationships with an equality of both giving and receiving. Yeah, so hurt and let down or trapped, exactly what we were talking about. And I feel like he isolated himself. Let's see what John did here. Yeah, and John looked at it as a new beginning. Yeah. So it's like Brent took it as, "Oh," and he psh, and, uh, and then where John went inward and upward, I feel like then he just like, "Okay," and he allowed the wheels to turn and allowed to take him to this new beginning, which says this card indicates that they're about to begin a new chapter in their life. Shed, release, and cleanse, letting go of any obstacles, inner or outer, that prevent them from engaging fully in moving forward. The time is right for a fresh start and a new beginning, and the universe supports you in your growth. So that's what I feel kind of happened there, as far as how it unfolded. Let me take a look here and see. I'm just going to scroll down, see if you have any follow ups. Wow. Oh, you're asking if they were related. Wow. So they both did. Wow. Wow. Well, with these situations being so similar, I would say that when you meant, yeah, that makes much more sense. But these, because their situations were so the same, I would say yes to that because it was the same situations, the same choices that had to be made, the same things that went through, and they definitely were on similar journeys too, with everything that unfolded there. Which, yeah, I mean, they definitely um, had different purposes of their life that they were here, of what they were learning. Um, but yeah, I would definitely say that they were uh, the them both. They're both their deaths are related to the same kind of situation, but on a from a higher level, higher spiritual level, of course, they everything is interrelated. But wow, that is kind of shocking, isn't it? But definitely that yeah, it feels Brent, like in the last moments, they felt very scared, where about what was happening and in their face, and John um, was a little more. Uh, like I want to say ready to go, but prepared and maybe again maybe had a metaphysical type of like, oh, it's fate, here we go. But I do like the Wheel of Fortune card coming in for all of us and for you to know that our higher selves choose who we're gonna be here in life and when we're born and when we're going to be moved back out of our human bodies and go back into fully being spirit as well. So yeah, but I definitely feel with both of those situations being so similar with the cards coming out that it was related there. But of course they're in a different place now. I'm starting to connect to them on the other side, which they're such goofballs with the energy that they have. I just feel like they remind me of a friend of mine, her dad and their uncle. They're just so, yeah. And here the chariot card came out again, too. Yeah. It's like they're the two of them, black and white, but frick and frack is what I call them. Um, but so hopefully that answered your question there, better there. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if you're visited them by in dreams or they playing, if you knew them, even if you don't, now that you asked about them, they're like, "Oh, no, she's not off the hook." So, like, they'll play tricks on you now. So, but that's what they have for you. Did you have any other questions on that, Angela? Oh, oh, yeah, they definitely are gonna play tricks on you then. Is there something they want you to know? Um, yeah, I do want to pull a spirit of the animal oracle for you. So let's see what they want you to know. I almost feel like that's the two of them, but this is the puffin partnership. You can't make it up. You just can't make it up. Accept yourself and your colorful personality. It says feel confident about being you. This is what they're telling you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. But I love that partnership. Can you believe that? Let's see what else it says here. It's funny because the energy around the puffin is companionship, colorful. It is about groups and loyalty, sensual, good parent, awkward, hard worker, and fun. Says puffins live in extremes of cold and seasonal darkness, and they mate for life, and their love keeps them warm. Puffins, with their natural tuxedos, are dressed up in black and white with just a touch of color. They have a big attitude and are very expressive. Puffins are caring and thoughtful parents. And when they leave their young to go to sea, they leave their offspring with relatives for safety. Puffins are clumsy creatures on land, but are incredible dancers in the sea. They belong to the water. I feel like they're razzing you. Oh, oh, wow. Wow. Their lives are long, loving, and never lonely. Puffin people share these amazing qualities. They are fun, colorful, hardworking, loving, and full of contrasts. They like to dress up and strut their stuff. Puffin people can see the best qualities and beauty in everyone and never focus on their foibles. If Puffin is your totem, the desire for a lifelong mate will be strong. Partnership is important to you. Cooperation to care for the young is a dominant point of focus. Wow. Warm companionship is your aim, so remember to nurture your relationships. And I feel like, they're saying they will always be around you. This is how they saw you and who you were, and a joy bringer really stands out, like really, really huge. Um, but they will be around both of you. I mean, both of you and your children, both of them will be by your side and protecting you, um, and giving you love and giving you guidance and giving you trouble the rest of your life. And the four things that whichever of these resonate for you. One, are you waddling around? Regain elegance in a salt bath or relax by the sea. Number two, have you lost contact with your home and family? Reconnect. And number three, well, there's four. Number three, are you sensitive about your appearance and not focused on just how fun, beautiful, and deserving you are. Wow. I'm about to cry now. Number 4, avoid self-criticism and believe in yourself. So that is the message that they have for you. Wow, I love it. So that's what they have for you, Angela. So just know that you're never, ever, ever alone, and that's how they feel about you. So just know it was all fated. You know that it it was on purpose for a purpose, and you may not understand it now, but later, or at least even when we're back on the other side, we will immediately know why. But that everything happens on purpose for a purpose, and that you can find safety knowing that you are surrounded by such a beautiful group of loving individuals. So hang in there. Well, we're sending you a lot of love, and I'm definitely glad that your children were kept safe. Definitely. So let me know if you need anything else. If there's anything else, if you reach out to me, email or um, uh, Instagram, I'm on there too. All that information is in the description box of the video. So if you want to, anything else, any other questions that maybe is something you don't want to ask in public, feel free to reach out to me. All right. So thank you again, Angela, for your donation, and hang in there. All right. So we are up to Queen Bee, and so I'm only going to be on for about 15 more minutes or so. So if you do want to have your reading done tonight, just donations get priority, get it moved up. Otherwise, I'll continue going down as much as I can to try to get as many people in. And if not, I'll be back tomorrow night. And I also have a ton of videos on my playlist, pick a card readings. I've got weekly energy updates, monthly readings, and several other types. And so if you aren't able to make a donation, I don't get to you, that's an option that you can go follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to one of the recorded readings. I also offer personal readings. All that information's in my description box of the video. And then also, if you check out the playlist for my giveaways, I also do a 30-minute free personal reading giveaway each week. And there's how you can sign up for that. So a lot of options for a lot of free stuff. But again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up, and it just really helps out the channel and helps spread the love. So thank you so much. All right. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else here, and we'll get back into those. Okay. So Queen Bee, you are up. Does your ex Samuel hate you now since you exposed his secret? Uh-oh. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on here with Samuel, the ex. All right. I don't think he does. I mean, he probably did in the moment, but I feel like he's had a new beginning in his life, and so I feel like this is newness. He's moved on. He's moving in because of the Two of Wands too. He's focusing. He's choosing to focus energy on the future and moving forward, and that's why he's looking at the window. He's making plans, and he's kind of focusing on all of that. because he also has the 10 of swords, which is letting go of expectations, letting go of things, and so the ending and a new beginning. So all three of those cards together definitely feel like they're just like, no, they're just like they. Uh, I feel like they don't hate you. I feel like they got angry because fear, out of fear, when things are exposed, we fear. We're either fight or flight. So he probably got upset, and then he flew, and now he's just moving on. And I don't feel like he's spying or doing any of that. I feel like he's just focused on his future because we have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. King of Wands is taking their energy and focusing it in a super focused way. And the King of Pentacles is focusing on their own worth and their outside world. So I really feel like, they just got upset that, things were exposed or whatever, but they're moving forward and focusing on their future instead. So, yeah, that's what I feel, Queen Bee. I don't feel like they're spying or plotting, or they're just, eh, got upset. And I feel like they're kind of fiery person. They just explode, and then it's like a frying pan, heat up fast, cool off, and they're moving on and moving forward. So that's what I feel from them, Queen Bee. So many blessings to you. All right. So Kavya, uh, you are up next. Your question: career guidance for you for the coming months. All right, let's take a look here. So, career for the coming months for Kavya, please. All right. Well, you have the Judgment card and the Death and Rebirth card. The Judgment card is normally two X's, which is double ending and double new beginning. And the of course, Death card is death and rebirth, an ending and a new beginning coming. Now, with this Judgment card, I really feel like with that double ending and double new beginning, it is about like there's a phase of either whatever career or job that you had when it ended, or if it is ending. Um, there's this ending to how you like what your motivation is and what you want to do, because as you connect to your higher self here, which is your higher self calling you to a higher purpose, it's you stepping into your heart, stepping into how do you truly want to share your love with the world? What makes your heart sing? And I feel like that's where this double ending and double beginning coming, because it's like whatever job ended or will end, it's like it's okay because that needed to end, because my pursuit of that direction needs to end, because I'm not living, I'm existing. I'm just doing a job to get money, to have this, to have that, or that, but I'm not living. And I want to do something that makes my heart sing, as well as checks off those needs that I have, not the wants necessarily, but the needs that I have. But I want to make my heart sing. And that's what I feel is happening here in the next coming months, because you also have the moon here, which is about diving deep into the unknown and the hidden. What is really underneath? What is it you really want? And you're doing this deep diving, and it brings this passion in with the Knight of Wands, and things do come fast and furious as they come in as well. So, um, this is like I feel it. What is coming up here in the coming months is job ends. If it hasn't yet, it's like it ends either by your choice or by the other, but it's always gonna be for you. But it's an opportunity for you to end that kind of career in that type of field or whatever, and do something that's more in alignment with your heart, not just your mind. And so that's what I like for you for this coming month, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings for you, Kavya. That's what they have. All right. So Pisces, you are up. You say maybe added And I don't see a question down there, so we'll give you a general reading. Spirit knows what you want to know about, so we'll pull some cards here. Look out, cards are flying. All right. So I feel like this is wish fulfillment here. And I feel like this is a big piece of what's on your mind and where you've been investing a lot of energy of trying to get to, because you've got the 10 of Wands here, which the 10 of Wands is about energy and drive, ambition and passion. And you've been on this long, long road here. And it's taken a lot of your energy. And I feel like this is what you're trying to find and head off to, but it's really felt burdensome, and you're ready to have this ending and this new beginning about where you're investing your energy. Because you also have the Seven of Pentacles, which the Seven of Pentacles is a card of, it takes time for fruit to grow, and it's the last thing that grows on the tree. And then you see the results and you're like, that's not really the wish I thought I wanted. Like, I wish I had an orchard full of apple trees. And you do it and you get it and the apples start to grow and you're like, thought this was going to be more exciting and it was going to make me feel like my wishes were come true. And it's like, no. So you're changing direction. And that's what I feel is going on here, is you're realizing more about what your true wishes are and what you want. Things are changing, because you also have the Justice card, which is the balancing out of things. You have the Ace of Swords up here. You're doing this reflection and you're balancing. You're really understanding the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you were given about what your dream is supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, what you need to do. But now you're connecting higher. You're connecting with that Ace of Swords that connects you to the higher realms, more to your heart of what you want and what you want to do. And so there's this balance coming in here and this change of direction as your wish. Like, if wish could come true, and you're like, I didn't want that. um, and so you're switching up things, is what I feel is coming your way. So I like that. Right, Pisces, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. Smitri Mandal, you will be up next, I believe. Let me just double check. Yep. All right. So we'll see. Will you qualify for the Railway Group D exam? Oh, okay. Tell you, the card, one of these days, the card's gonna take my. No, I'm not gonna say that. I like this for you. I mean, you got the Magician card, which is all about empowerment. Whatever you focus on expands and grows. So if you're focusing on, I'm going to get it. I'm grateful for my opportunities. Now, I fear, what if I don't get it? You're not focusing on those things. You're focused on gratitude and what you do want. And I feel like here's the Page of Wands. Again, what do you focus on with your energy? Both the Magician and the Page of Wands have this wand fire energy. Wherever you focus on grows. You have the Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration, and then the Six of Pentacles, which means you have enough. You're blessed and you're even able to give some away. So abundance, happiness, focusing your energy on what you do want. So I would say that is a yes, that you will qualify for the Railway Group D exam. So congratulations. I'm excited to see what you do with that. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. Caleb B., you are up. And how does Nick feel about you? Let's take a look here. All right. Who knows? Who knows how they feel? You got the moon card. So mysterious, so many hidden emotions that they feel about you. But they have the King of Cups. So they have their emotions well balanced out because the King of Cups not only rules over water, but has air energy. So it's the balancing out of heart and mind. And so they do have emotions. They keep them very well hidden and deep down below, along with all the other emotions. They just have been taught to keep it down here. Keep things balanced. Don't overdo it. Shh, because they also have the Ace of Swords, which is all about, again, swords are the air energy. It's thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes. But there's new thoughts, new beliefs around you. New communication, I too feel is coming in here for you from them in the near future. So perhaps something is bubbling up to the surface. Hopefully, it's not. It's gonna sound. I don't know why they're gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Let me see if they have anything else to say. Yeah, and they have the 10 of Wands. So I feel like they've been investing a lot of energy in their life, a lot of stuff going on, and now they have things finally are balancing out a bit, where their energy is not gonna be so in like 10 different directions. It's going to begin down to just a couple. And so there's going to be more time and more energy. And I feel like now they feel like they will have the capacity to do things right and to give you, to be able to do it. It's kind of like they're showing me my head, just like, um, how someone texts you and says, "Hey," and you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Da da da. And then there's nothing because they had 10 seconds in between meetings, they just wanted to say, "Hey," but then they leave you hanging, and you're like, "That's even worse than if you would have just said not even said hi?" Well, that's how they kind of feel. It's like, "You know what? I wanna be able to not just go, 'Hey, let's go hang out,' and then 3 weeks later will be the next time they have time available." They wanted to make sure that there's adequate times to do it right and to have the energy and not be exhausted and not be a cranky Nick. So that's how I feel. I feel like there's some emotions that are going to be bubbling to the surface, and they're going to be communicating those to you soon. So that's what I have for you, Caleb B. All right. Netta, you are up, and you want to know what zodiac sign will your future husband be? So the next husband or the last husband? I'm just kidding. Bada bung. Shh. Hey, the later it gets, the worse the jokes get. I'm telling you. All right. So what zodiac sign? So I feel like it's going to be an air sign. Wow. Oh, yeah. So they're confirming that it is this person. We have the 7 of Swords. And so any sword is air energy. So it's going to be Aquarius, Libra. Uh, what's the other air sign? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So it's going to be one of those, according to them. Let me just verify here too. With that 2 of Cups, that was my verification, really. So they're like, "Do we need to verify? We gave the 2 of Cups." I'm like, "Okay." So they'll zero it down to those 3 signs for you. But they're like, "Little mystery is good for you." So that's what they have for you, Netta. All right, Naomi. So you'd like to know what's going on with you and what's going to be happening. All right, let's take a look here and see what we have. So what's going on with you and what's going to happen? Well, I like this. So it seems like you're going to be being raised to a position where people see you as higher than them because these are people that are trying to burst your bubble. because they're jealous and they feel lower than you. And so this message is about not feeling like you need to defend, that it's okay. It's okay to um, let them say what they need to say and do what they need to do. You are in this higher place, in this place of abundance, whatever is coming forward, and it's okay. You can, out of compassion, try to lift them up because they feel lower than you, but you don't need to worry about defending. Don't take it personally. It's not about you. It's about how they feel about themselves. Because you have both the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Page of Pentacles even looks like the wheel. So the wheels are turning. There's opportunities and abundance coming to you in the outside world, and the wheels turning in your favor. And so there's these endings and beginnings that come in that bring you an abundant feeling, whether that is for you, if that means relationship or money or job or education, whatever it feels like abundance means for you, that's what's coming in here for you. And as far as what's going on in your life, I want to pull one of these Spirit of the Animal Oracle for you. All right. Okay, this is the one. You got the moose. Wisdom. Beautiful animal. I actually have seen one pretty close up in northern Idaho. Let your head and mind reach for the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Let's see what else they add in here to you or for you. So the moose is a powerful totem. It is a unique energy with many contradictions, awkward yet graceful, and plain but beautiful. Moose are masters of wisdom and perception. In spite of their large size, they're swift, confident, and fearless. Moose people always have a strong presence, and their totem stands 7 feet tall with a crown of antlers almost as wide. Their antlers are said to act as antenna to the secrets and teachings from the wise ones. So, if the moose is your totem, you are a mystic and you sit in the council of the ancestors. You are smart and outstanding in your field. You are intuitive, and from an early age, you have experienced connections to spirit that have eluded others. You are a strong survivor. Mooses, I'm sorry, mooses. Moose lives a long life. Your lofty heights are not for the many, but for the few. And with moose as your totem, you are sure to travel the long, winding path to your destiny, wisdom, and mastery. And 4 questions or statements to consider, whichever resonates. 1, have you wandered into negative territory? Head for higher ground. 2, have you ignored your intuition and been led down a wrong path? 3, do not worry. You are a strong individual that can handle anything. And 4, when in a struggle, take the higher ground, which is funny. This 7 of Wands normally has someone higher ground, and they're, coming at them because they, of course, don't like being on the lower ground and having someone higher than them. So that is the message that they have for you right now, Naomi. So many blessings for you. All right. Let's take a look here. Hey, Garnet. Welcome, welcome. I'm on my way out, peoples. I'm just double checking here. Very good. Glad that resonated. And let's take a look. Let me just make sure I don't see any other donations. So all the donation readings were taken care of. And Let's take a look. Yeah. So I'm at my two and a half, a little over my 2.5 hour mark. So I'm going to need to head off for tonight. But as I mentioned before, I do have a ton of not general, but recorded readings on my playlist on my main page. Pick a cards and weekly energy updates, monthly readings, different variety. So if you need something right now, I would you can head over to that and just follow your heart, and spirit will bring you to the video that has the answers for you. They're very smart that way. I will be back tomorrow night, and then I begin my busy weekend of being on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning, as well as Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So I'll be on quite a bit, and all those are available. I also offer personal readings. All that information's in the description box of the video as well. So please know, as you guys go throughout every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So hang in there, take care of yourselves, have a great night or a great day wherever you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon. You take care.